because I don't always like to go where he's living in the dark. I'm bummed out at you myself. I need to check this tide and get wet, dude. I gotta eat something and try to rest. I don't know if you need to go anywhere, but I gotta get myself feeling a little better because I might have to pull an all-nighter or crack a dawn once I calm down enough to remember where I put the paperwork. See, one of the things I didn't read, and the other thing I just started reading on Friday when I called Faye. The first week I got the papers, I wanted to talk, but she wasn't in all week. And then the second week, one of the days I slept, and around here or other places, I'm not willing to have that conversation on the phone. And then Friday, she said she's going on her day off. But I don't even know if it's happening, and I'm living my fucking life. So, not trying to address all that let up and what you've been going through, not trying to sweep that under the rug, but I'm trying not to kill over right now.
Yep.
I got shit popping off tomorrow. I'm not in physical shape to do that, and I'm hoping to kick it for long now. It's shocked he got me flowers. I got to see my daughter. I don't know if my other son's alive. I have 4 kids and 2 stepkids, and so anyway.
Yes, ma'am.
And one of the times I saw my friend, I told him how frail my hope and my everything was, and he's like, "No, you're strong," but it broke his heart that I heard it. I don't make that shit up, But again, that's how my
Well, I'm going to head into town. I think I'm going to try to be at the Health and Human Services at like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Which one is that?
It's the one over by the Office of Aging and Disabilities.
Are you checking the river, honey? Trying to stay up, not freak the fuck out. Perked up a little bit when I went to the house and pooped. And now I'm just like, you have my number, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll try to pay attention to the phone.
All right. Were you able to get it charged?
That doesn't always work.
Yeah, it's one of the issues I'm having is keeping stuff charged.
I've had my phones, I've had so many stolen. I'm trying to move into one of my old spots, but I forgot to grab the cord to my house. Oh, that's the other thing. Sorry.
I got that paperwork right here, the one that has the stuff on it that's considered abuse. All right.
Later, but I don't know where it's going now. Check on that. By then I was fighting people for a job. I bought a Sprite instead of the other things that
the money that should be being used to do their jobs as mandated reporters is being wasted on fucking therapy. Therapy. No, we need a mandated fucking reporter, you stupid cunt. Which a therapist is supposed to be. We end up with communication issues and trauma from fucking police. Fucking point, people. All human beings once. All of us. Now we're hobos, which are apparently not human beings. You don't have to follow the law for a hobo. Now that lady up there, Department of Health and Human Services, said she doesn't get that many people who are disabled going through there. It's usually the elderly or children. No, it's not. The disabled are the easiest to fucking blow off. They get more mentally ill people through there than anyone else. Most of those elderly have something that is considered a mental illness. Most of those children are going to be diagnosed with some mental illness because doctors don't give a shit about the law. They give a shit about their ego. And that just fucking sucks. Alright, we got some Holsteins off to the right. Type of cattle. And my phone is probably going to die here very soon. Justice Center, Port of Tillamook Bay, Industrial Park. I think this is 101. I haven't really been this side of it before. Alright. Well, my phone is overheating, so it doesn't want to work. The lady in this video and the last one, her name is Lori. You notice how when she's there, she doesn't stop talking. Anyway, you can hear Lori. She's the one in this video and the last one. She's not gonna look at anything. She's not able to stop talking. You hear how I have to interrupt her in order to even try to get her. And Shannon Alvarado is literally the exact opposite. As far as stop talking. Center of attention. She's not now. She's not the only one who's like Lori. There are a lot of people like Lori. Some of them because they're on meth. Some of them because they're on alcohol, like Shannon Alvarado. Some of them because they're on trauma. And some of them because they're on all three. Trauma fucking sucks. Now you can hear how Lori is not really going to be able to understand anything that I'm saying because she's stuck. She's stuck there. She is stuck in that frame of mind, in that situation, because the people here have completely failed her. The mandated reporters are literally spending thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars per fucking day for services that are doing nothing. Their excuse for not doing their jobs is because funding. They do have the funding. They are wasting it to line the pockets of their friends and co-workers. They're using it to lock up disabled people. They're using it to assist mandated reporters in getting away with not doing their jobs as mandated reporters. The fact is that I'm not going to tolerate this kind of behavior out of law enforcement or any other agency because this kind of behavior got my best friend's head blown off. Anybody can look up the name Natalie Bollinger on the internet and see what happened to her. And that could have been prevented by mandated reporters doing their jobs. You also got to worry about seniors. You got to worry about children. But at least they're focused on. That lady from the Department of Health and Human Services said we mostly deal with children or the elderly. We don't deal with the abuse against the disabled. Yeah, that's because they blow off the disabled because we're the easiest ones to blow off. If a homeless person has a crime committed against him, you call him mentally ill, case closed. It's the hobo's fault. It is always the hobo's fault because of mentally ill. Now, as you can imagine, I don't get a word in edgewise with Lori. She's stuck in her own head. Shannon Alvarado was not like that all the time. When she was sober, she was fine to be around. But she wasn't going to devote any time or attention towards what needed to be done legally. She wouldn't do that until after 6 o'clock when she started drinking and was no longer good to anybody. She was no longer a functional human being. And she's what's called a lush. Now, there's a lot of people that they're alcoholics and they're hardcore. And they have to drink a lot of alcohol to get drunk. And some people are lushes. Now, a lush doesn't have to drink a lot. They're not even drunk. when they start acting drunk. It's because the first taste of the alcohol triggers their brains to act as if they're drunk. My Uncle Scott, he married a woman named Vicky, and my Aunt Vicky was like that. She didn't have to drink a whole drink. The moment it touched her lips, she started acting fucking stupid. And that's Shannon Alvarado. But she was talking nice to me and claiming that she cared. But you notice that her actions did not match her words. As far as throwing in my face the things that she did, are any of those helping me to turn in the evidence? You get to hear with Lori how she's got people that she went to that were going to help her, but there's always something that comes up. With her, there's stuff that comes up too. But also with Lori, unlike Shannon Alvarado, Lori knows well enough to make sure that I'm not trapped, and that she points out that she made sure that I'm not trapped. That way, she is showing actions that are supposed to help develop a trust between the two of us. Now, me interrupting her today, that's very rude. She was trying to share her trauma. And what I should have done is immediately, well, if I was a mandated reporter, I'd have to call the cops and Adult Protective Services. And they're supposed to coordinate with one another, not this passing back and forth and nobody looks at evidence and everybody's going to take the word of somebody else. And really, none of this should be based on anybody's just word of mouth. It needs to be the evidence that is looked at. Now, with Lori, I should have offered to look at her evidence and go in with her, because otherwise she's screwed. One of the things she spoke about is how she's always got to go in alone.